Hey, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. I recently picked up this Vanquest Organizer and I want to do a quick review for you guys. I'm a big fan of the Vanquest products. I carry their fat packs and my line of products for my first aid kits. I really like their gear. It's held up really well. I've got a few of their backpacks that I use. Really like it. So I want to do a quick review on this organizer for you guys, kind of show you my thoughts on it. And of course, I'm going to make it a first aid kit for you guys. Alright, so we'll take a quick look at the outside of this Vanquest Organizer pack. It is 8 inches by 6 inches by 2 inches, so good overall size. If you take a look at the outside here, you do have the hook and loop here that you can put your favorite patch on or identifier, whatever you'd like to. Since I did make this a first aid kit, I went and put the IFAK patch on there. It does have a little small pocket on the front that I put gloves here, put a couple pair of gloves. Has the Velcro closure here so you can keep things from falling out if you'd like to. Has a good grab handle here. Quality of stitching is really good on the grab handle. I did put a carabiner here attached to it, but you can see good quality stitching. So this is going to last when you're pulling on it, whether you have this down inside your pack or you've got it outside your pack. If you're going to use this on the outside of your packs, it does use the molly sticks here, so you have to buy those separate. But this organizer, you could throw this in your vehicle, you could throw this inside your pack, whatever you'd like to. You don't have to attach the outside, but it does give you the option to. It does have the paracord pull tabs. You can get your thumb in there, get your finger in there, whatever you need to get in there, and open this up. Since I'm using this as a first aid kit, I like having that in there because under stress it gives me something to pull, since sometimes your fine motor skills go to pot when you're under stress, so it gives you something to pull. I also attached a carabiner here to the loop, so then I can attach this to a belt, attach this to a headrest, whatever I could like to. Just gives me another option, another mounting option to carry this kit. There again, the zippers here are great quality on the Vanquest products. Really like them, zero issues. So as we go through some of the items that I put in here, we'll kind of also go over the details of the inside the pack. It does have the high visibility orange here, contrast. I think it really contrasts well with the black elastic bands here, so I like that. It's got 2 pockets here on the inside, so I put some of the larger items there. Obviously, the SWAT T tourniquet is here. This is a good EDC Trauma tourniquet because it does fold so flat, so I do like that, which is why I chose to put it in here. So here we have 2 large pockets just on the inside here. On this pocket, I chose to put the North American trauma band. This is the 4-inch flat here. So there again, something that's going to fold really flat, kind of like a SWAT T, something that's going to be nice and low profile. So in this pocket over here, it did go with the combat gauze, the hemostatic agent. And then instead of putting the hyphen chest seals in here, I just put petroleum gauze pack in here. You can pull this open, use the packaging to make a chest seal. This is what's in the majority of all ambulances here in the US. Over here you have individual elastic bands, so you could put any number of items you wanted to, like a pin, whatever you like to put. But I did put the Benchmade hook in here just so I can help expose patients, things like that. So went with the Benchmade hook. There again, you have another row of elastic bands down here. Over here, we have another section of elastic bands. There again, you could make this whatever kind of kit you want to. If you want to do survival, EDC, whatever you wanted to put in here. So, but I put 2 pull-to compression needles, 14 gauge. Now we can get a good look at the inside here. You can see the elastic bands running across here. They're stitched individually to kind of keep you really organized, something I struggle with, so I need all the help I can get. And then you have the high visibility orange. Do have inside here, if you want to attach keys, whatever you like to attach, there again, your imagination you can use to keep you better organized. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, I forgot about adding the MPA until I was filming this video. If you added the MPA, this trauma kit here would complete the March algorithm that we talk about with trauma patients. You've got massive bleeding, airway, respiratory, and then circulation and heat loss. So we could take care of all the major components of the March algorithm by this. So we can control major hemorrhaging with the SWAT T tourniquet, the 4-inch pressure bandage, we have the combat gauze. We can of course take care of the patient's airway with the MPA, and then if they have a tension pneumothorax, which is a life-threatening injury, we got 2 pull-to compression needles. So, and we have the chest seal tucked away here. So we can complete the major components of the March algorithm by this kit. And this is something that's small, it's not going to take up a lot of space. You can put this in your range bag. your vehicle, whatever you need to take care of major trauma. This isn't a boo-boo kit. This is, oh my gosh, that's a bad deal, trauma. So this is what this kit's designed. We could make a boo-boo kit out of this. We could put some Band-Aids, some 5x9s, some 4x4s. Absolutely, you could. You know, you could. I have the patch to change the first aid too. So, you know, different patches here. But, you know, you could do that. You know, guys, this trauma kit is something small that you probably don't mind carrying. You don't mind putting this in your range bag. You don't mind having this under your seat of your vehicle. This is something small, and I like having smaller first aid kits throughout where I'm going to be at. A lot of people do buy and try to use those $600 backpacks, you know, that are ridiculously huge, and I just find that people don't carry those. They're awkward, and you either have it in your house or you put it in your vehicle, and it's just not where you need it when the time of emergency. So I like having smaller first aid kits throughout. That way you probably have it with you. You have a small first aid kit in your vehicle, you have a small first aid kit, you know, in your EDC, you have a kit, you know, in your house. If you have smaller kits throughout your day, I'm going to say day, you know, you're living day to day, you're living throughout the day, you have one in your office, things like that, you're more likely to have it when you need it. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I put up on a wreck and I didn't have such and such. So carry smaller kits. You don't need that $1,000 backpack, promise. So, just to give you some ideas of what you can use this organizer for. So thank you guys for watching. You never know when you'll be the first responder, bring the right gear and the right training. If you'd like to support this channel, go to shop.skinnymedic.com, look at our pre-made kits and our first aid supplies. Thank you for all the support.